Since middle school, anime has been a decently prevalent part of my life, and a form of entertainment I've kept up with pretty consistently since then. I've seen the heavy hitters, Attack on Titan, Neon Genesis, but I've also seen a fair share of more obscure titles such as Scum's Wish, Strawberry Panic, Love Lab, but like any avid anime watcher, I had to start somewhere, so allow me to tell you the tale of how I came across the topic of today's video, school days. The year? I don't remember. The place? Middle school. Ol Easy was living out his life the way any other middle school kid would, mingling with friends, self-diagnosing himself with depression, as one does, but Easy noticed something. All of his friends were talking about this thing called anime, these Japanese animated shows that were taking Western audiences by storm. Now, Easy had seen a fair share of Pokemon episodes, and I'm pretty sure there was one episode of Naruto he saw along the way, but he had never taken the time to delve deeper than that, and Easy, noticing he wasn't able to talk with his friends while they were discussing anime, saw it as an opportunity to start watching it. Middle school Easy went from pal to pal asking for recommendations. He got the most popular animes that were either out at the time or had already come and gone, you know, One Punch Man, Death Note, Attack on Titan, JoJo, just to name a few, but none seemed to be Easy's cup of tea, at least not at the moment. Easy wanted something a little less popular, something that he could tell all his friends about instead of just adding on to what everyone else is saying by watching one of those big time animes. During his search for suggestions, Easy was given a recommendation by a friend we'll call Gerald, and that recommendation was School Days. The title alone interested Easy. Easy was in school, and he goes through days. This seemed right up his alley, so with his mind made up, Easy eagerly waited to return home where he could begin watching the show. And let's just say that after finishing School Days, I've never been the same since. But why is that? How can a 12-episode anime leave such an impact on someone? Well, after watching it again for this video, I was reminded why, and today I'm gonna tell you why. Why a 12-episode anime about kids in high school is genuinely one of the most disturbing animes I've ever seen. So without further ado, let's dive right in. Also, spoilers. Starting off with a brief description of the plot, save for the ending, we'll get to that. Makoto is entering his second semester of high school when he becomes romantically interested in a fellow student by the name of Kotonoha Katsura. Along the way, he befriends Sekai Saionji, a fellow classmate who decides to help Makoto in his quest for love. Before long, he finds himself dating Kotonoha, but just as quickly becomes bored of her and begins to have an affair with Sekai. The rest of the anime sees Makoto avoiding Kotonoha while becoming romantically and sexually interested in other classmates, save for the ending, and we'll get to that. After hearing my brief description, you may be saying to yourself, wow, Easy, this anime seems pretty lame, and to that I say, yeah, that's fair. You wouldn't be wrong for thinking that, and there's one reason as to why. One key aspect that makes this anime about 10 times worse.
Can't we be sweethearts? Why don't we fall in love?
Makoto is a complete scumbag, plain and simple. Just a total degenerate perv and someone you'd never want to associate with. To illustrate this, I will summarize every scummy thing he does in this anime. Let's do this. So Makoto is a human trash bag and doesn't know how to bond with his girlfriend without being a complete perv. To help out, Sekai suggests they partake in special training which consists of kissing and other intimate exchanges, just cheating with extra steps. He agrees. After a few days of doing that, he decides he's done with Kotonoha and begins to date Sekai, while also never confirming he broke it off with Kotonoha herself until episode 10. This causes her to slowly go insane. At the school festival, Makoto is confessed to by a middle school friend Otome, where she then takes him to a secluded room made for couples, attempts to have sex with him, which he quickly consents to. Immediately after sending that chick's bathing suit area to the Shadow Realm, he partakes in a dance with his other mistress Sekai at the bonfire, which is supposed to solidify them as a couple. Makoto continues to have sex with Otome, which is discovered by Sekai's friend Setsuna. Setsuna, wanting to be sure Sekai is in good hands before she leaves for France, demands Makoto only date Sekai and offers her body to fulfill the promise. While it is only heavily implied, judging by Makoto's previous actions, I'm going to assume he promptly took Setsuna to the bone zone, and then he continues to sleep with other women anyway. A while later, it is discovered that the girls' basketball team hid a camera in the room that Makoto and Otome had sex in, which causes Sekai to find out about the affair, leading to her becoming depressed and skipping school. While this is happening, and while Kotonoha slowly delves deeper into madness, Makoto sleeps with another schoolmate, named Hikari. Soon after that, a few other female schoolmates ponder as to how Makoto is able to sleep with so many women, and conclude it must be because he he's great at the sex thing, which they decide by all having sex with him at the same time. During this, Sekai suffers from morning sickness and misses her period. Concluding that she's pregnant, she tells Makoto in class, who refuses to take responsibility, which quickly becomes known by everyone. While Sekai tries to make a genuine effort, Makoto gets back with Kotonoha, much to the dismay and opposition of Sekai, who demands he breaks up with Kotonoha, but instead they just aggressively make out right in front of her.
What a guy!
All of this happens across the span of 12 episodes, and I still missed out on some stuff. For example, before Makoto and Otome have sex, Otome asks to walk the fair with him. Makoto is hesitant at first, but ultimately agrees after just straight up checking her out, looking at her body up and down. It's ridiculous. Everything he does in this anime is because he's a complete pervert. Now, I know what you're thinking. Easy, this anime sounds horrible, hot garbage. Why would I watch it? Because of the ending, that's why. But before I go any further, huge spoilers coming up. I mean, so huge that if you intend on watching the anime, click off of this video right now, because there'd be no reason to watch it after hearing what happens. Ready? 3, 2, 1... Okay, I warned you. So during episode 12, while Makoto is at school, he receives an email from Sekai telling him that she'll be waiting at his apartment so they can talk. Just the two of them. Upon arrival, Sekai offers to make tea. While doing so, Makoto's phone rings from his bedroom. Upon checking the notification, we, the viewers, are treated to this.
Did she say?
JR.
What you say? That you only meant well, cause you did. What you say?
Jason Derulo.
That it's all for the best, cause it is.
After killing Makoto, Kotonoha finds the body and emails Sekai from Makoto's phone to meet on the roof of the school, where it is revealed that Kotonoha decapitated Makoto's corpse and placed the head in a duffel bag. Seconds after, Kotonoha kills Sekai and slices open her stomach, revealing that there was no baby and that Sekai was faking it. The episode then cuts to Kotonoha on her father's yacht, cradling Makoto's severed head in her arms. Fade to black. This whole anime just feels like you're being punched in the gut over and over again, and it never lets up on the constant downward spiral that is Makoto's life choices. This anime has so many aspects of it that are genuinely bad. The animation is visually boring, although it did come out in 2007. The writing is so average, none of the characters are likable, yet all of these aspects make the anime oddly compelling. The characters are bad, yes, but at the same time, that's kind of the point. The entire anime is building up to that ending where arguably the two worst characters get their comeuppance. This kind of storytelling with these kind of characters makes this genuinely one of the most disturbing animes, period. While some animes may be more visually disturbing and some more mentally disturbing, which is what School Days leans to, School Days is grounded in such a realistic, everyday state of reality that is high school that it comes off as completely terrifying. There are so many aspects of School Days that stem from real life, such as manipulation, cheating, teen pregnancy, depression, that it grounds itself in such a realistic state of being that is like no other show. It gives you the unsettling thought that this could happen to anyone. Makoto is shown to not be special in any way. He's not talented, he's not gifted, nothing, yet he becomes engrossed in this lie that becomes bigger and bigger until he gets murdered because of it. The fact that we as viewers can't interfere in any way also plays a big role into the disturbing factor of this anime. So many times does Makoto have the opportunity to do the right thing, but doesn't and continues to let the lie grow, and we as viewers have to helplessly watch as Makoto becomes a worse and worse person, while Kotonoha delves deeper and deeper into insanity, and it makes for a deeply unsettling watch beginning to end. Suffice to say, I went to school that next day way back when a different person, all because of this anime and Gerald. So here's to you, Gerald, for suggesting to me one of the most mentally horrific animes ever. Thanks, you stupid piece of sh**. And that is why School Days is one of the most disturbing animes I've ever seen. And with that all said, I'm Easily Easy, and I'll see you next time.
悲しみの向こうへとたどり着けるなら